Everyone, welcome back to the Board of Advisors podcast. I'm your host for this episode, Dillon England, and today we have Remy Davenport, legend, helps successful founders go viral. They've done over like 5 million views, 5,000 views, 500 million views, and
I'm not going to brag here, but we've done over 5,000 views.
I've done 74 views. Unbelievably successful, and Remy generates has generated multi-8 figures for their clients through organic content, killing it. Brother, thanks for coming on the show.
Always a pleasure.
Ironically, we were just talking about social media before we just jumped in here, and the social media is just so random sometimes on what goes viral. How did you get into like the passion for organic content mainly and teaching founders how to really leverage social media than to actually get ROI? Like, how did you kind of get into this thing?
I think anybody would be fascinated if they really paid attention to the fact that for free, you can go and reach millions and millions of people. Like, that's never been an option before. I think it was maybe like 10 years ago that it was still like, if you wanted to go viral, you had to pay a lot of money because it was just ads that you were pumping behind the organic pieces because the algorithms weren't good yet. And then like 2019, TikTok came on the scene and revolutionized algorithms and short form video content. Then everything just took off. Mm-hmm. Instagram restructured theirs. YouTube came out with shorts. LinkedIn was trying their thing for a little bit. But the distribution model for free content to millions of people, if you are serious enough of cracking that code, any message, any business, any mission you have, you don't have to pay a cent to have to get it out there to millions of people. So that's what fascinated me. But I also think that's what's really fascinating in this market and time. And I don't think enough people are paying attention to that skill set. They just go back to ads.
Yeah, it's like you assume it has to be pay to play.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
Yeah. And the problem is ad costs are getting so high nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
CPM costs are through the roof. It's only going to get worse because there's so much competition and everybody's doing it.
Yep.
The trends that we're seeing right now is that if you're a business that strictly focuses on traditional marketing styles, like even television, or you're doing, paid advertisements, even if it's in video format, all of those trends are just showing that it's getting more and more and more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And companies are having to shift and finally have conversations about, we need to start talking about organic content strategies. They have to start figuring out some way to get on feeds without it needing to be necessarily a corporate account or need to pay a bunch of money in ads because they just can't sustain their business.
And I think the other part to that too is like customers are getting really smart when there's just an ad account.
Yep.
And you could update a marketing funnel, right? So like, let's say you have an ad. Sometimes people will click the ad, but a lot of times what people will do is they'll click the profile before they even click the ad.
Yep.
And if they go to the profile and there's no organic content there and every video is there is just an ad, you lose immediate credibility.
Yep.
And so I think that's the other part of organic content. Like there is the virality piece that the algorithm, there's a chance to make the world really small and connect you with millions. But the other piece too is like, if ads is part of your strategy, then it is a non-negotiable to have organic as also part of your strategy. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Yeah, 100%. If you're someone that does ads, what happens when you turn off your ads?
Right.
Zero distribution. So you either are forced into this box where you have to continue keeping up with that. And as the rising costs go up, you're burning cash and you think that there is some way that it's going to get cheaper when it's not. Wake up from the dream.
Yep.
So you will come to a standpoint of realizing that you have to look at alternative options. So people are looking at podcasts. People are looking at organic content. People are looking at anything else that can start bringing in potential leads. But everyone gets organic content confused with ads. They think that it's a direct linear ROI where it's, if I put $1 in, I'm going to get $1 out. Very, very different model for how to operate it.
Yeah.
But yes, the game of ads or SEO or any other paid traditional model for marketing, there's coming to a point where organic has to be in the conversation now.
One of the ways I've always looked at it, it's like trying to pay for like better website placement when you have no copy on your website.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, we're going to get up there and then people are going to go to a blank page.
Yep.
It's like you would never do that.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, like we're like, oh, I just need to do ads. And it's like, well, wait a second. You don't have any meat behind the cheese. Right? You don't have any, and I think that's a massive miss.
The floor, like the threshold of doing ads nowadays is any good paid advertising company, they're going to tell you like, we need to get something on your page.
Yeah.
At least something. I have friends who run paid media agencies, and they're part of their standard process when they onboard a client is they will look at the pages and they'll go, cool, we need to create 6 Canva picture type things, literally anything to make sure this doesn't look like a spam account.
Yeah.
To make sure that our conversions aren't the worst in the world. But that is the thrush. That's like the floor.
Yeah.
That is the absolute minimum. The ceiling when it comes to using organic as a strategy to support ads is that real clever people use the organic content as the testing for the creatives that then you use.
So talk to me about talk to me about outliers. Because that's kind of what one of the things of using organic as a test, you can see outliers. And so talk to me about that. The importance of looking at that and what that is.
So most people that probably listen to this don't do social media super actively. Yeah. Maybe they're interested in doing it. Every single platform that you create on, as you create more and more content, all you're doing is just essentially looking at your reach. How many views do you get in your content? And you're trying to figure out what's the average. Mm-hmm. So let's say, all right, I'm averaging like 500 views. Well, now you have a baseline understanding that the algorithm, at least every video I create can get me about 500 views. It's what I see on average. What you're trying to identify in the journey of getting better content and getting better reach is to look for what we call outliers, something that outperforms what your average is. So if you get a video that gets 500 views on average, and then you get a video that gets 2,500 views, then that's a 5x. Mm-hmm. You go, hey, something was different about this video. Something made this perform better. Now, did it get better engagement? Did it get more shares? Did it get more saves? Did it just have only more watch time? You have to look at the internal insights to really determine what made it special. But that practice, like if you could just figure out this idea for your strategy of look at what is your averages and then find outliers for yourself, then those are the pieces you focus on, double down on, do more like, and then continue progressing forward. Yeah. But the real strategy is not just relying on your content, especially when you're very early into the content stage. You want to look at what other people are doing and their outliers as well. Primarily people who operate in the same industry, niche, categories, topics as you do, even formats. So like if I do talking head content where I'm holding the camera to myself, same thing for other creators. I'm looking for those types of people with the same type of messaging. Then from there, I'm looking at their videos. Let's say they average 500,000 views. Mm-hmm. A mistake people make is they go, that video got 500,000 views. I should just go copy that video.
Right.
But if they average 500,000 views, that's
not
not
a special thing.
It's not exceptional. What you need is the video that gets 20 million views. And you go, whoa, that was an outlier. That performed 40x what the 500,000 view did. And then from there, that is what you study, you model after. And the same way you learn how to play the guitar, you don't manifest random chords by just closing your eyes and figuring it out. You go and look at tab sheets, you look at chord sheets, and you just play it. And you do it over and over. And what happens is that you learn the game of content through that practice of repetition, but you start noticing why things work. You start understanding, oh, I know why these videos are performing and why they're outliers. So the more you practice it, like you learn an instrument, the faster you're going to grow on social media.
And I think the less money you're going to waste on ads, because you can be significantly more confident that an ad's going to work when you've seen like the same, let's say you make a change in your content and the video 5x's, you post another video and that equals that. And you're like, wait, 2 outliers kind of in a row.
Yep.
All right. Good chance. This is more people want to see this type of content. So now we can be more hyper specific on this ad because we've seen, but you don't get that testing unless you're posting organic content.
Yeah.
And so if you are just jumping into ads, you're literally just like blind man doing a 360 no scope with a dartboard, just like trying to nail it with
100%
with zero awareness. And so that's why I think what you're doing is special, because there's this push, just like, and again, like Alex Mosley, love him, but it's like ads. It's like, yes, but he also is very big on organic content.
Yep.
But I think people sometimes like brush over that because they're like, oh, I need to do paid media. It's like, well,
yeah.
Well, so what you're doing is you are building the foundation for the success of all these other things later.
Yeah.
And that's why I think people should start with you when it's like when you make content, because you're helping build that foundation so that their brand could be even ultra successful later.
I mean, the thing that most often gets missed in these conversations about organic content, because most people, and this is, if I'm being very transparent, it frustrates me a lot, is that business owners, founders, they typically like to see every investment turn around and make them an immediate dollar.
Right.
So they'll look at my offer and they'll say, how does this make me money in the next 3 months? And I go, get lost.
Yeah,
Don't talk to me. I legit will tell them like, we're not a good fit, because they do not get the game. It's like, you're greedy, you want money. That either means you're desperate and you're broke, or it means that you think that the world revolves around ads and everything does that. But the problem is that you have no brand. You have no presence.
Yeah.
You have no leverage. You don't have an asset that you can turn around. Hormozi made $100 million on a book launch, broke world records. You know how much he spent in ad spend? $4 million. That was it. He had a 25x return, but it's because he built this empire through content and building, I mean, it's a legacy now, but building a community of millions and millions of people who love his products, who love his books, who love everything about it. But it's because he doesn't see content as the direct ROI. He sees that it is the oil that fills into the engine and helps everything else run more effectively and efficiently.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about doing organic content, I always tell my founders, like, don't hire me if you need me to make you money in the next like 6 months. There are so many ways to leverage this as it grows, but I'm not that guy for you.
Yeah.
There's so many other people that can make you false promises and say they're going to make you money through this thing. But you're going to miss the biggest opportunity of what organic can do for you if you just want it to make money. If not, just go back to ads, pay high CPMs, pay tons of money and waste it. And then when you have to turn off the campaigns because it's too expensive and then you're stuck doing nothing, that's fine. Like death by 1,000 cuts. But if you're going to go the organic route, it's not just for making money. It's the fact that you don't have an audience, you don't have leverage, and you don't have brand. But people like Alex Hormozi could turn around tomorrow, offer something to the market and say it's $50,000 per, and he could make $5 million if he wanted to. Most founders don't have that.
I think it's also just setting expectations. Yeah. And I think a lot of times people just don't know what they don't know. And there's just a level of education that needs to happen.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, I think the same thing happens in my world too, right? It's like, hey, is the podcast going to make me $1 million after the first episode? It's like, probably not. like that's not how this works. Yeah. And so setting expectations is key. So talk to me about some of your wins. Like you've nailed it on, I mean, obviously you're gonna say, all of your clients, but you've had a couple really good success stories. Talk to me about like an example, a case study where like you really were able to help a founder, like, exponentially grow their brand and like get some wins. Yeah.
I mean, there's several cases that I could break down. I'll share one about Scott. Scott is a multi 8-figure founder. He's built 7 companies and exited 6 of them. This is his new venture. He's a family coach. So he focuses on helping good families become great families. He's saved divorces. He's saved marriages. He's saved estranged children. He's saved kids from committing suicide. He's made dads better fathers. He's made moms better mothers. He's incredible. And he is at the core of everything. He is a thought leader, but he's truly the expert in his space. And those are the types of people, me personally, that we like to work with, because one, when they have a convicted driven mission of something that truly solves a problem in this world and it's making it a better place, that's a huge win. Because then that means that when we're amplifying their message, it actually is doing something good, not just making their bank accounts bigger.
Yeah.
Second to that is that when they are a subject matter expert, then it makes our job a lot easier. Because I can focus on the conversation. I can focus on coaching them. And then they focus on just sharing their thoughts, their ideas, their frameworks, their stories, their solutions, their transformations, everything through the content. And so Scott, when he started with us, he was struggling with content. He had hired an agency, but one, it's not just about views. It's also about your branding and representation. And this other agency made him look like he was some crypto trader, and it was awful. So I came in and I said, I could do this for half of the cost and I can get you better results than those guys are doing. He was like, can't say no to that offer.
Yeah.
So we started with him, and within 10 months of ramping up content, we generated over 100 million views. We did 350,000 followers for him, and they did a product launch. They had started a community for parents, and it started off free. And we generated 40,000 members within, I want to say, like 3 months. And then when they activated the offer for a paid upcharge that was even just $30 a month, they immediately had turned $500,000 for the community. And that was like,
that's awesome.
That was on a switch.
Yeah.
And that's the game of organic. Like organic is this kind of game where it's like you're working, and you feel like you're not seeing anything. And then all of a sudden it's like this overnight success. It's like, what happened? It's like, well, I built an email list of 40,000 people.
Yeah.
I built a community of 40,000 people. And then all of a sudden when I turned on an offer and I offered a paid version that provided even more value, so much of that audience had been nurtured and built trust with Scott that they were ready to buy right away.
Yeah.
So essentially, if you think about it, you go for months and months and it's like, I'm not making any money. Then all of a sudden 1 month, you make more money than all of those other months with ads could have combined. Yeah. Because you're patient and you know to wait.
Well, you're building a foundation. I mean, that's the biggest difference. You're building a foundation. And I think overnight, like every time you hear of an overnight success, it's never an overnight success. It's like the same is true of business, right? You're like, bro, your company just overnight is worth millions. Like, no, dude, I haven't slept in like 7 years. Right? Like, and it's the same with organic where consistency pays off. What have you found to be one of the like big mistakes people make when they are trying to do organic content? What are some like big like do nots?
I would say they try to sell too fast. I think I know for a fact that if you try to sell too fast to a brand new market as you're building content, everyone's going to know you're after their wallet. And no one likes that. Like you were saying earlier, people are getting savvy. They're learning that they could go and tap on a social platform that they get an ad from or a profile, look at it and go, I don't really know. They're the same way with a new account that comes up. And if there's this like immediate, like buy my course, buy my offer, buy my service, buy my product, no one wants to engage with you. Yeah. One of my favorite quotes is that people love to buy, but they hate to be sold to. Organic content is really designed to be somewhere where you provide as much value as possible to earn trust. And like psychological principles, it's this idea of reciprocity. I give before I ask. And if you feel like I have given you so much value that it almost feels like you cheated it out of me, that it wasn't fair. It was almost, I should have paid you for that. Then when I make a simple ask for something, you can make even a big ask. They're more likely to say yes.
Well, because trust is built first.
Exactly. It's trust and it's also value. Because you could trust a friend, but their product might not be good.
Yep.
So in that process of nurturing, you're actually solving their problems for them. You're actually answering their questions. You're giving guidance. You're giving them workbooks. You're giving them worksheets, whatever it is. So you're helping them in that journey. Alex Hormozi, I remember talking to someone recently. He said he had a friend that started a business in 2022. And prior to that, he had been watching Alex's content, loved everything, was learning so much about it. Started a company in 2022. And within 3 years of just following Hormozi's advice, made it to, I think, multiple 7 figures. I want to say it was like 5 million is the business. Now he's paying Hormozi $250,000 every year, I think, right now for coaching personally from him. And I think he wants him to take equity in the business and obviously add it to his portfolio. But Hormozi, if he was like every other business owner who's doing content, they're like, what am I doing this for? I'm not making any money from it. Hormozi said, I'm going to do this for 10 years and see if it works. And I'm going to spend a ton of money on it. Because he saw companies exiting for billions of dollars from people who owned the company that had a personal brand. He's like, I think there's something here. So he waited. And now he's got people that he has built trust with for 7 years that are handing him $250,000 to coach him. But if most founders don't play that waiting game and they don't have that patience, then you'll be broke forever. Because all you want is money as fast as possible. But if you can wait and wait and wait and give and give and give, you'll make 100x what you could have made if you just tried to do it traditional ways. And
I think one thing, we have like 3 minutes left, so I want to get this in real quick and I want to give you an opportunity to promo.
Sure.
Big mistake, and we need to make this delineation real fast. When people think sometimes organic content, they're like, oh, I need to post on my company page.
Yeah.
Right? I need to Canva some crap and put some stuff on my company page. That's going to be the organic.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think also company pages are dead, but personal brand, like the reason why, like you're not working necessarily with the company on the brand, you're working with the founder. You're working with the CEO. And I think that's the secret sauce to what you're doing. Yeah. And I think that's what's going to delineate you from every other marketing agency out there. Hey, we're going to market this company and this brand. And no. Like it's the person. Because people buy from people. People trust people. So then if you can create the brand, which is the person, then anything that guy touches or that woman touches is gold.
Yep.
But
Studies show right now that company accounts get about 1.9% engagement with their audiences versus personal accounts get up to 59% engagement. So
slight difference.
Studies show, with a little bit of, wiggle room in there,
50% increase in
company
opportunity.
content is dead. No one wants to follow a brand anymore.
Yeah.
We used to only buy from people like 500 years ago.
Right.
It wasn't that long ago that we switched to this corporate empire strategy of like build a logo and have a brand and company. So yes, we are going back to what is the traditional model of business, which is buying directly from people.
That's awesome. Dude, well, we could keep going forever. And I think if there's any takeaway for the audience, it's that if you're a CEO, if you're a founder, and you are not posting organic content, then you need to immediately rethink your social strategy. That's number one. Number two, if you don't know where to get started, call Remy and his team at Kings Media. Opportunity, where can people find you? Website, socials, where should they reach out if they're interested in working with you?
Instagram is probably the best. Remy Davenport, Remy with a Y, is the best place to connect with me directly. Practicing what I preach. I do my personal brand content. And then our website is kingsmedia.co.
You got it. All right, guys, reach out. Remy Davenport with a Y on Instagram, kingsmedia.co. And you're awesome, brother. Thank you very much. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of the Board of Advisors podcast. Thank you for tuning in. As always, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.